We need a way to lure him out.
Be careful. We don't know what we're dealing with. He's been watching us the whole time. Building snowmen, cutting things up into little pieces. He's taunting us. If we don't find him, this is never going to stop.
Another missing woman.
There's something we're not seeing.
What matters most is that we celebrate the way this has brought us together.
Anyone can see that he's trying to hide something.
You can't force the pieces to fit.
You could have saved them.
No?
Gave you all the clues.
The Snowman is another poorly made book-to-film adaptation that comes from the director of Tinker, Tailor, Soldier Spy. The script comes from a set of writers whose backgrounds include Drive, Snow White and the Huntsman, 47 Roman, the TV show The Killing, and the previously mentioned Tinker, Tailor, Soldier Spy. So a pretty diverse set of a terrible writer, a so-so writer, and a pretty good writer. Worst case scenario, a mediocre film. Right? I was interested in seeing this movie for the longest time. I remember a time when all I knew about the film was the IMDb page that contained a single photo and the synopsis. When I heard it was the worst reviewed film of 2017, I was surprised to say the least. I mean, how could a crime thriller starring Michael Fassbender be worse than the Emoji Movie and 50 Shades Darker? Well, one trip to the movies later, and I can confirm that every negative thing that you have heard about this movie is true. To put it bluntly, this movie sucked! I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There is probably nothing good about this movie, except for maybe Michael Fassbender. I mean, his acting isn't fantastic, but I've seen him in worse. And also, you never really saw the twists coming, so I guess we can chalk that up. What am I doing? This movie sucks. There's nothing good to say about it. In fact, let's pick up on that twist ending. The killer is the last person you expect, but it subscribes to classic Scooby-Doo logic where the innocent person that you don't care about is the culprit. It's like the writers looked at the book and said, alright, we don't have time to establish this guy as the killer, so let's just make him look really innocent, and then at the end we'll make him the killer. You know, it'll be a real big surprise for the audience. Well, somebody should have told them that what makes a murder mystery is the mystery element of it. We don't get any insight into the investigation. We don't see Michael Fassbender's character pick up clues or go into investigations. And if we do, then I've pretty much forgotten about them. The movie seems more interested in making Michael Fassbender an alcoholic single father who wants to bond with his son rather than him being a productive police detective. We get it, guy's got demons, but those demons shouldn't prevent him from working. It's as if somebody looked at a murder mystery and said, you know what, this is great. But it feels like we're getting too much inside information. Let's just take that out so the audience can relate to that. Not to mention, it has some of the worst cinematography I have ever seen. There's this one shot where Michael Fassbender is interrogating this guy, they're having this back and forth, and then suddenly the kid jumps out and slams the car window, like it's supposed to be some kind of jump scare. And the camera does this weird thing where it quickly zooms out that it sort of adjusts itself. It feels like the practice shot. They go through how they will handle the candle, how they will execute the shot before doing an actual take. But it's as if they recorded the practicing shot and were like, alright, let's do another take. Nah, we gotta move this along. We gotta get to the next scene. But it's shot terribly. We can fix it in post. Add some dramatic music or some symbol. That's what all horror movies do nowadays, right? If you wanted to get an idea of how bad that shot was, just watch any YouTube video that a 7-year-old filmed after they got their hands on their dad's iPhone. It was so boring too. They try to make up for that boredom with giving some senseless violence. Oh, that guy got his head blown off with a shotgun. That would justify the 18A rating. Nope, added absolutely nothing other than to give us a gruesome shot of somebody's head getting blown off. They also tried to connect this case to a case that Val Kilmer's character was working on in the past, but it was so loosely connected you could have cut it out and you would have lost nothing. Oh man, this movie sucks. 2017 has had its fair share of bad movies. Return of Xander Cage, Suburbicon, Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. I figured that I could get out of the year without seeing anything that was on par with 50 Shades 2 and the product placement movie. But I guess in all my years of moviegoing, I was bound to see a garbage film eventually, and pay money for it. This movie is so terrible, so awful, you shouldn't just skip it. You should lock it up in quarantine. And with that, we can finally put an end to 2017 in film. I'm not gonna lie, I had this episode backed up for the longest time, but now I am more than ready to go gung-ho into 2018. I don't usually do this, but I'm announcing all my next episodes right here, right now. Winchester, The Commuter, 12 Strong, Annihilation, Maze Runner Death Cure, and Black Panther. Alright, that's my review of The Snowman. Please tell me you have not seen it. If you have, well then, talk smack about it in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and as always, this is the Canadian Movie Buff, and I hope you've seen a much better film than this. See ya.